Welcome to another video. In today's video, we will be learning about algebraic indices. Now, what are the indices? They are simply the numbers which we write to represent how many times one particular number is getting multiplied. So, indices are used to show numbers that have been multiplied by themselves. An index or a power is the small floating number that appears after a number or a letter. The plural of index is indices. So singular form is index and the plural form is indices. Now how you can represent it? Let's just say you can write a to the power 3. You will read it as a to the power 3 and this 3 is known as a index. Or else you can also use a variable to show it, or else you can also use a number to show it. Let's just say I'm writing 4 to the power 3. So here the index is, again I'm having 3. So now how this works, so I will write 4 how many times? 3 times, because my index is 3, and then I'll multiply. 4 4s are 16, 16 4s are 64. Simple, easy. So now it is very important to understand the concepts of algebraic indices, because it helps us in many different ways. So how does it help us? First we will see a to the power. If I'm writing, so I will, it means that a has been multiplied by itself twice, and the index or a power here is 2. Same way a to the power 3, so the index is 3. A to the power 4, so index is 4. Okay, now there are different rules we are having over here for finding the algebraic indices. Now suppose if I am having a number, let's just say in this way, 2 2 2 2 2 2 2, okay, like this way. Now it becomes very difficult to write all the time like in this form. So what we can do here, we can use a concept of indices, algebraic indices, and we can represent this big number in a small and a simplified way. So how many times do I have? 2, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, so my base is 2 and it's getting multiplied 7 times, so 2 to the power 7. See now how simplified it has become. So that's why algebraic indices are very important for learning purpose, and it also helps in day-to-day life also. Now let's see, there are different kinds of rules we are having for different uh, categories. So we'll see all the rules one by one, and I will try to show you one examples also based on that. Now laws of indices. Now how many kinds of laws are there? So there are multiple laws of indices are there, but today we will be learning the basic laws of indices. So first law we are having is multiplying indices. Now how can you multiply indices if you are having with you? Now let's just say for an example, if I am having, this is a formula. It says a to the power m multiplied by a to the power n. So if you are having any two numbers in this form, so in a simple way, how can you multiply them? It will be equals to a to the power, and you will just add the powers m plus n. But over here the basic need is you should have the base. Okay, this a they are known as base, and these powers are known as index. So base should be same. If you are having base same, so you can write base one time and you will add the powers, so m plus n. For example, if I'm having, let's just say 5 to the power 2 multiply by 5 to the power 6. Okay, now what the rule says? Bases are same. I'm having 5 as a base, so I will write 5 one time and I'll add the powers, or you can say I'll add the indices. So 2 plus 6. So now in the next step it will become 5 to the power 6 plus 2, 8. Simple. This is the first rule of indices. Now next we are having is the dividing indices. Now how it works? So let's just say I'm having a to the power m divide a to the power n. So what you will do if you are having dividing, yeah, the operation is division. So what you will do, you will write base one time and then you will just subtract the power. So let's say one more example I'll take over here. I am having 6 to the power 8 divide by 6 to the power, let's just say 5. Okay, now what the rule says, a, that is base, you will write as it is. So I am having 6 as my base and then I will just subtract the powers. So it will become 8 minus 5. So which will give me 6 will be as it is. 8 minus 5 is 3. Easy. Now next rule we are having over here is brackets with indices. So how does this work? So let's just say I'm having am and in a bracket and the power n. So what it will give, you will write the base as it is and you will multiply the powers, that is m into n. So let's see example, I'm having over here 5 to the power 2 and the whole power I'm having as, let's say, 3. So what I will do, I will write the base as it is, that is 5, and then I'll multiply 2 with 3, so it will become 2 into 3, so which gives me 5 as it is. 2 3s are 6, so my answer will be 5 to the power 6. Now let's see the next one. Next one says power of 0. So let's just say if you are having a base, any base and its power is 0, so your answer will always be 1, irrespective of whether your base is a alphabet or base is a like number, doesn't matter, your answer is always going to be 1. So let's just say if I am having 4 to the power 0, so my answer will always gonna be 1. If I am having b to the power 0, answer is always gonna be 1. So whether it's a variable, whether it's a number, the answer is always going to be 1 if the power is 0. Now let's next rule we have here is negative indices. So how does this work? Now suppose if I am having a base with a power with minus power, so it will become, you have to take a reciprocal of it. Now suppose downside I'm not having anything, which means I'm having 1, so it will become a reciprocal. Okay, so it will become 1 divided by, and the negative power will become positive power, so it will be 1 divided by a to the power m. So now let's see one example how it will work out. So now suppose if I am having 5 with negative power 2. Okay, now I'm going to write the answer of this. So how will I write? I will take the reciprocal of it. So downside nothing means 1 I'm having. So I will write 1 divided by 5, and this negative power will become positive power. So it will be 1 upon 5 to the power 2. Now suppose if they'll tell you to give the answer in the form of an index, so this will be your final answer. But if they'll tell you to simplify this further, so what you will write, you will write 1 upon 5 to the power, that is square of 5 is 25. So 1 upon 25 will be your answer. Now let's see the last rule or the law. So it's a fractional indices. Now this indices is only used for higher grades, that is maybe grade 8 onwards. Okay, it's not for grade 5 6 or 7, it's only for higher grades. So we'll just see, we'll not go deep into this. What it says, when the index is a fraction, okay, I am having any base with the fraction power. So the denominator is the root of the number or a letter. So denominator will become what? Will become a root of that number or a letter, and then we raise the answer to the power of the numerator, and this numerator will become its power. So the denominator will become a root and the numerator will become a power. Let's see it with an example. Now suppose if I am having let's just say 27 to the power 2 divided by 3. Okay, now how this will work out? You will write 27 in the root. Okay, now denominator is 3, so it will become the root. Okay, so it will be 3 and 2 will become a power, so that will be like this way. Now first you will solve this out. So what is a cube of 20, cube root of 27? It's 3 and this square. Now 3 ka square is 9. That's it. This law is only for higher grades. Again I'm repeating. So it's very easy, but we will see the examples also based on this. Now let's see a summary. So in this video today we have learned about 6 different rules of indices. So they are nothing but, indices are nothing but powers which we use to show how many times a number is getting multiplied by itself. Okay, and it's having 6 different rules. Okay, so in next video I will be um, uh, solving few examples based on each rule, so that it will be easier for you all to understand the rules in a deep way. Hope you have enjoyed our video. Do like, share and subscribe. Thank you.